From LEX 18, your official UK sports station for Big Blue Nation, this is BBN Tonight.
Welcome to BBN Tonight. I'm Keith Farmer.
And I'm Mary Jo Perino. Tonight, Mark Stoops talks about the team's offensive woes after a game that was dominated by the Kentucky defense.
We'll also hear from Kentucky golfer Alex Goff following his emotional tournament win, and later on Cash Daniel of the UK Sports Network. Well, Mark Stoops covered several topics in his weekly radio show last night. Highlights from that begin tonight's Big Blue story presented by Baptist Health. While the Big Blue Nation is still flying high from a historic performance by the Kentucky defense, Coach Stoops is hoping the offense can rebound from a lackluster performance against Mississippi State, just the way his D did after the team's 0-2 start.
It's a good lesson for our offense to learn, because a week ago our offense played really well and our defense didn't. But the defense, stayed positive and then went in and looked for results, looked for ways to get better, looked for ways to improve, and really took it upon themselves, each individual, the coaches, the players, and came out and played a fantastic game.
Mary Jo, it was a lot of fun to watch what the defense did. Went from last to behind only 3 other teams in interceptions for the season, 6 of them.
In one game. Yeah, it's just crazy. And 2 weeks ago it was super fun to watch the offense and the way they played. So if the two can get together on their best nights,
we could maybe see them take care of several teams ahead. Yes, if they can do that.
All right, Coach Stoops also talked about Saturday's game with Tennessee, as the Wildcats will once again take on a Vols team filled with physical, competitive playmakers.
You have to make, competitive plays, but, I think it's going to be a physical game. Tennessee has really recruited well and improved over the years physically since Jeremy's been there, and the way he's recruiting, they're a very physical team and they have some playmakers outside.
Keith, that sounds a lot like the way Mark Stoops has recruited over the last couple of years, but gosh, we got to get a win over Tennessee.
I know. Yeah, it's tough to pick them, until they can do it consistently. And, Tennessee looked great on Saturday at the start, but then looked very beatable after that.
Yeah.
Well, Saturday's SEC matchup between Vanderbilt and Missouri has been postponed due to the coronavirus. Vandy has had a number of players test positive and have a limited number of players due to contract tracing protocols and quarantine measures. The postponement will be the conference's first since they return to play at the end of September. And Mary Jo, as long as it doesn't turn into what it did in the NFL, where there were like 5 or 6 teams changing up their schedules, hopefully this is the one time and it's taken care of in the SEC.
I'm not a conspiracy theorist, Keith, but here's the deal. Vandy doesn't want to play Missouri the way Missouri handled LSU. It's my alma mater.
Former Tiger, come on.
Okay. But yes, I hope this is the only game that has to be postponed. All right, let's turn to basketball. Could ex-Cat Tyrese Maxey wind up in the Big Apple? The New York Post reports that the Knicks are considering trading down from the number 8 spot. If they can't get what they want there, they would maybe turn their attention to Maxey, who is projected to land as a late lottery pick. And Keith, Kenny Payne may have something to do with this as well, because he knows how good Tyrese can be.
I like his game. I really think it's going to translate to the NBA very quickly. I think he's much like Jamal Murray in the way he's going to handle the ball. He can drive, he can dish, he can also shoot it from way out beyond the arc. So I think he could be a big pickup there. That'd be a lot of fun to see.
Oh, yeah.
All right, coming off his first appearance in the NBA Finals, former Kentucky big man Bam Adebayo could suit up for Nigeria in next summer's Olympics in Tokyo. It comes after he was cut from the 2019 FIBA World Cup training camp roster. And Mary Jo, how does Mason Plumlee make it over Bam Adebayo? He can guard 1 through 5. He can bring the ball up court like a point guard. I mean, Plumlee's got a horrible shot. I mean, maybe he plays defense. I don't know what else he does.
Bam's an NBA All-Star
He
and
is.
first team All-Defense.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I guess maybe they didn't see that coming last year, but Team Nigeria might have a nice little player on their hands.
Yeah.
All right, coming off one of the best seasons in program history, UK women's basketball star Ryan Howard is drawing plenty of attention in 2020. The junior guard has earned preseason first-team All-America honors by Lindy Sports. And Keith, I think that this news is a resounding duh.
Yeah, no brainer. No brainer at all. I mean, yeah, she was performing like an All-American last year, performing like one of the top players. She had one player that was better than her. And I mean,
in the
what
whole
can you
country.
do? In the whole country, yeah. So it's all hers now. All right, we end with a good start for the UK Rifles season on Saturday. The number 1 ranked squad posted a 31-point win over number 5 Akron in a virtual match where the two teams both shot from their home range, but they were connected electronically. Mary Jo, interesting to see teams stay where they are and still make a match of it.
Yeah, and we had Harry Mullins, the rifle coach, on the show last week, and he has basically his whole team back.
Yes.
That was #1 in the country and undefeated last year during the regular season. So I'm not surprised that they picked up a first win, even over another top 5 team.
Well, coming up next on BBN Tonight, we've talked about the recent big win on the tournament trail.
Now I'm going to go one-on-one with UK golfer Alex Goff about the wild finish and the emotional day he experienced during his first collegiate win when we return.